Welcome to East Lansing,
I don't know
Michigan,
what you're talking about.
stadium and home of the Michigan State.
Really have no idea what you're talking
As
about.
we wind our way toward the end of another college football season,
Oh, Whitney
one of the
Houston?
grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on senior
I have nothing or something.
the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines.
I have nothing. I will always love you. Yeah, Whitney Houston, I will always love you.
For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Michigan State's offense will take the first swing of the game. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you reach to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys. Michigan State, and it is intense, and the hatred runs deep.
Here we go.
Can you just imagine, Reese?
Got a lot of running room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They're bringing heat. Flips it out in the flat. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last
How was that illegal contact?
Really want to try to
They already threw the ball.
half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What the heck are you doing?
On the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throw down.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that Palmer a ton.
Well, that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too, and it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor, is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in a Sin-State rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Power football with the run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to
I can't believe you picked him up.
Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it.
Oh, that's a touchdown!
Incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with him. Makes one man miss. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white.
Oh, that was mine!
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's
they haven't told me yet.
And the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Pick.
High down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hansen. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Give to the single back. At the 45 on his way. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
I didn't even pick a play.
Setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
And it won't let me audible.
He's looking to throw it. The quick out. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that explosive plays,
I'll vacuum.
just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to.
Bray, do you need to clean anything in your room? Hold on, is that activity table clean? Is that activity table clean?
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets.
So if I go over there and look, it's picked up. So if I go over there and look, it's picked up.
Back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, the Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm talking about ranking trophies.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball. Early in this one, they've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
He's going to pass on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back gets the give. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
With the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal.
Dude, that was not a pass.
In his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense.
Look how they making my linebacker
do.
do.
Going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Wants to throw on third down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Makes a move. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Coming after him. Outside the pocket, lets it go.
Ooh,
excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
Here's the handoff.
Good block.
On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside the spot. And the returner will be brought down.
I don't want those on my carpet. Take them out.
Put points on the board right before the half.
Thank you, though.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll open this third quarter with a run.
Block him, block him.
Still on his feet at the 45. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. Off the boot, looking for his man. Buying some time as he moves left. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those.
Stay tight. Stay tight. There you go.
Catches.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
How are they not set but get off the ball?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Trying to pound it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring it.
So you know the defense is going to be king, too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to...
Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. It just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that
Okay.
are talking about this rivalry.
No, let them be surprised.
You're to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
Yeah, you can.
Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
We have 46 people in the
Right
box.
up the middle, unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Make believe. That's a TFL.
Gain of 15 and a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique
That's
and
my
special.
fault.
He is
Uh-oh.
dominant in this offense.
Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They got
Real,
to
go start your
him
room.
in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quick.
That'll be there all night. Go start your room.
Line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to...
Just plowing down the field. They make the stop, and this running game moves to change as they get the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
On second down, he'll fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has...
Fires deep
Pick.
in the end zone. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
He lets one fly deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hansen. And they're able to get him on the ground. Inside a minute to go here in the third. They'll try the run. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got some room, headed to the line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Catch in the middle, it's sent. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
They're setting up the screen. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to the air one more time. It's complete to the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water balls, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This time he's got his man. And he was loose and
about
in
to
the
take my goose egg.
on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside
That's a hold.
kick. And they'll finally get him down after a
Let's go.
terrific
I'll
pickup.
figure that out in a
He had
second.
a nice big pickup on the ground. Caller could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone?
Oh, that's a pick!
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right
Tip
down
mark
the boulevard.
DC.
It's good. And the field goal was good.
No
They get
t-shirts.
3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. It's up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to
Braylon, pick it up.
a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Oh, it's a reverse. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Good timing and execution on the jet sweep. They're able to use his speed on the perimeter to help generate that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now improvising. He makes the catch. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. They'll get him stopped at the 30.
Mike Canty, I like his arm.
10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on 1st down.
Cast that, Dupree.
Take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too.
They got this play.
Not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
Come on, Angel.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped
You
behind
blocked
the
it.
line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Good throw.
He's got it.
Good throw.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offense.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. The Wolverines have a 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy.
Ooh, good cutback. Good cutback.
Running late in the season, I bet you he'll get a lot of touches tonight.
And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead. But they might anyway. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded
Braylon,
to
stop
a
tattletale.
loss, and now about to move to 9-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner goes down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every